Good evening, everyone. This is your East Coast Weather Authority meteorologist Alexander Bielfeld, and here's your update forecast for tomorrow. Right now, here's Florence, bringing some heavy rains to parts of the Midwest, Ohio Valley, parts of Pennsylvania, New York, Northeast, New England. As we get into tomorrow, a few showers in the Carolinas right now. We are on a drier spell. We are progressing towards a drier spell for parts of the Carolinas, so that's some good news, especially for those recovering from mass amounts of rain. So speaking of the tropics in Florence, we're going to continue with the tropics. Here's a little bit of a mess that the NHC is watching, but it's heading into an unfavorable environment, especially with some sinking air that is over the Gulf right now. Here's a spin here. It's pretty interesting. Nothing expected to come out of that. Here's what's left of Joyce looking like. Absolutely nothing. But notice this. Everything in here dry. Nothing coming off the African coast at this moment. Nothing that's catching our eye, and nothing that we are expecting to develop. And here's NHC. Nothing. But I just want to say that the tropical season, the Atlantic hurricane season, is not over. And as we head into, sadly, next week, the orange is showing sinking motion, and the green is showing rising motion. And notice, heading into the end of next week, notice the greens return to the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. Climatologically speaking, the best area for tropical development during the late September, early October season is right in this area. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. So the tropical threat in the continental U.S. is not over, as we're still in Atlantic hurricane season. Another thing, though, is this heat that has just been persistent throughout this month. We've talked about it many times with the ridge over the Northeast and the eastern U.S., which, like they said, ridge over troubled waters, which is a big reason that led to Florence making landfall in the Carolinas. But notice all this cold air up in Canada. We're just waiting for it to drain. And what we are waiting for is for this number to drop into the negative teens. And once that drops into the negative teens, it causes rising motion over the Pacific Ocean, where El Nino is, and La Nina, and then higher pressures over Australia. And what that does is going to help us switch the pattern, and we're going to be more of an atrophy area over the eastern U.S., and the ridge will be over the western U.S., and then all that cold air is just going to filter in. I mean, we've already seen a few days, especially up here in the Northeast, we've gotten a few nights last week that were really nice. They were in the 50s. They were really cool. 2 points were done, but it's not the pattern switch. That's just a cold front that came by and dropped some temperatures down. So let's get right into the forecast. Here's some spotty showers tomorrow along places that were already hit very hard by Florence, so that includes you, Wilmington. But really, we're heading for a drier spell as we head into the rest of this week and into the weekend. Temperatures, though, same deal as we've been dealing with all this month, basically. 80s and parts of 90s in South Carolina. That's it for now, guys. We're going to continue to keep you guys updated, and have a great night.